If you thought Dylan Wang confession had already turned the entire fandom upside down, then brace yourself, because Shen Yue's response was sharper, louder, and far more powerful than anyone expected. And if you want to witness every charged second of the confrontation that insiders say echoed through hotel corridors and left both sides shaken, then stay with us until the very end, because what she said next may be the line that changes this entire saga forever. The meeting happened only one night after Dylan had poured out his apology. Same city, different location. A private rooftop lounge closed to the public. Glass walls overlooking glowing streets. Soft music playing far too quietly to cover the tension waiting in the air. Shen Yue arrived first. She stood near the railing, arms folded, staring at the skyline, while assistants lingered several steps back, pretending to scroll through phones. Inside her bag was a vibrating device she refused to check. Messages from managers, friends, and probably Dylan himself. When the elevator doors slid open, he stepped out slowly. No entourage, no confident grin. Just a man who looked like he had not slept. Shen Yue did not turn. "You wanted to talk," she said. Her voice calm. He stopped a few feet behind her. "I needed to see you." She finally faced him. "You already said everything last night." "I do not think so," he replied. She tilted her head. "Then what did you forget?" Dylan hesitated. "I was thinking about what you said. About time. About not rushing." She crossed her arms tighter. He took a step closer. "Meant it. I am still here." Shen Yue laughed softly without humor. "That is exactly the problem." He frowned. "You think showing up twice makes up for months of silence?" she asked. He opened his mouth. Closed it. She continued. "You disappeared when things got hard. And now someone else steps forward, and suddenly you remember how to speak." Dylan looked wounded. "That is not fair." She shook her head. "Fair? You do not get to talk about fair. You walked away. You let people drag my name. You let rumors swallow me. And now you want me to freeze my life because you finally decided to be honest." His voice dropped. "I was trying to protect you." He shot back. "By doing nothing. That is not protection. That is comfort. For you." He flinched. She paced a step away, then back. Miles made his choice. He was clear. He did not hide. He did not wait until the internet exploded. He spoke to me. Directly. Dylan stiffened. "That does not mean you have to accept." She cut him off. "And you do not get to tell me what to do." The line cracked through the night air. "You cannot control me." She added. "Not now. Not ever." Dylan stared at her, stunned. "I am not trying to control you. You are asking me to stop my life for you." She replied. "That is control." He ran a hand through his hair. "I am asking you to think." "I've been thinking," she said. "For months. Alone. While you stayed quiet." That word landed hard. He swallowed. "I was scared." She softened for half a second. Then shook her head. "So was I. And I still showed up." Silence stretched. The city hummed below. Dylan whispered. "Do you still care about me?" Shen Yue looked at him long and steady. "Course I do. That is why this hurts. But caring does not mean surrendering my choices." He stepped closer again. "I am not asking you to surrender. You are asking me to wait," she replied. "When I have already waited." She exhaled. "I'm tired of being paused. For you." That hit him harder than anger would have. He whispered. "What if you choose him?" She answered without hesitation. "Then that is my decision. Not yours." He nodded slowly. "And if you choose me?" She tilted her head. "Then it will be because I want you. Not because you pressured me." Another long pause. Wind tugged at her jacket. Dylan stared at the ground. "I never meant to hurt you," she replied quietly. "Intent does not erase impact." She stepped closer now. Voice firm. "Listen to me. I will not make life-altering choices because someone suddenly remembered how to confess. I will decide when I am ready, how I am ready, and with whom. He met her gaze. I searching. And until then, she continued, do not try to steer me. Do not make demands. Do not put your fear on my future. That is not love. That is panic. The words were sharp, but steady. He breathed out slowly. Hear you. She nodded. But, because this is not about winning. It is about me. She turned back toward the railing. I need space. Dylan hesitated. How much? She did not look at him. Enough to think without voices in my head. He nodded, then took a step back. I will give you that. She added one more thing. And stop framing this like a competition. He blinked. But this is not you versus Miles. This is me choosing my life. Dylan closed his eyes briefly. Understood. She finally looked at him again. And I meant what I said. You cannot tell me what to do. He held her gaze. Then nodded. No. She walked toward the elevator. Did not look back. Dylan stayed where he was. The skyline reflecting in glass around him. Alone. Inside the elevator, Shen Yue let out a breath she had been holding for days. Her hand shook slightly. But her expression was steady. She had drawn a line. And the internet was about to feel it. Because within hours whispers of the rooftop confrontation began to leak. 3 words spreading everywhere. You cannot control me. Fans erupted. Some cheering her strength. Others shocked by how firmly she pushed back. Clips were reenacted. Quotes dramatized. Timelines updated. And suddenly the story was no longer just about a confession. It was about a woman refusing to be cornered. If you want the next chapter, what Shen Yue does after this and how Miles Wei reacts when he hears about her words, then stay tuned because the fallout from this moment may be even bigger than anyone expects.